We're drawing mangoes now. Yeah. Well, tempting to, I guess. I have a bunch of characters from that same one that I redesigned, so looking through my references to put together their designs on the paper. I want to... Oh, what the okay, so I didn't do some of them. What the heck? I didn't do the two boys. I did all the girls though. That makes sense. Anyways, the idea was that I would have a character sheet, which is just you know, front back pose, some personality poses, like how they kind of just gesticulate or emote, I guess, with like some expressions. So like maybe 2 sheets of drawings for each character. But I don't know how far I'll get with that here. Regardless, how are you doing? My ideal character sheet? Yeah, pretty much. Because you don't need too much more. In animation school, they tried to get us to do a 5-point turnaround, which is like, I think, over the top. But usually, like if you're doing a turnaround, 3 points is enough, or you can just make like 2 at a 3/4 angle. So you get the front and the back from different sides. But yeah. 5-point Pog, the worst driver since. I'm tired but good. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much same with me. I think you were in the chat earlier, or what's it called? Not the chat, the lounge. But yeah, I couldn't jump in either. Yeah, I'm pretty much I think I watched a bunch of movie stuff yesterday. It was a lot of videos that I just kind of had on my computer, and I have a few more to go through, but I'm kind of gearing up to watch some movies that I have high expectations for, and I have no reason to believe that they will disappoint me. So alright, so first I'll just start drawing randomness. Wait, they're probably doing... I'll do it in both, because if I'm drawing with pen, I can't draw with pencil. I mean, I can't erase these like construction lines and stuff. How did I used to hold it? Like that. I can't remember how I used to hold it. Like for painting it, you can hold it any way you want, but yeah, don't remember. Oh yeah, it was like this. Yeah, okay. I think. Have you watched 28 Years Later? Let me see what that is. Probably not, because I don't even know the title of it. But... 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later, bio hazard symbol. Killian, that's a good actor there. Group of misguided animal rights activists free a caged chimp infected with their rage. This sounds funny. Is it oh, it's 2003. Wait a minute. Let me just let me check some video. The heck, Killian looks weird here. I didn't watch this, I don't think. "28 years later." It's 28 days later. The way it was filmed was with phones. Wonder if that method would go with or against your ideas of the current movie philosophy. Well, it depends too on like what kind of quality you want, right? Like if it's supposed to be filmed like, okay, what's it called? Have you watched the movie Chronicle 2012? It's one of Michael B. Jordan and a bunch of other actors who are famous now. One of their early movies. And it's essentially, it's actually really good. Like I bought it, so it's filmed in a way where we as the audience have the POV of a camera that one of the kids is using, and that's all we get. It's kind of like an analog horror in that way, but the camera follows along and gets particularly like cinematic, I guess, towards the latter portion of the movie, because the whole thing is basically three teenagers. They get psychic powers, so the kid who's filming, he's basically having the camera tag along, and it's kind of just, you know, suspended for the most part as he's using his psychic abilities to film them. Oh, hey Collie, how you doing? How you doing? But yeah, the movie itself is pretty good, and that would be an example where I don't really mind that they have that digital feel to it, because it should look like that, because that's the kind of camera that a kid would have, right? Like so if that movie that you're talking about, the 28 days, has that context to it, then maybe that would work. If it's a more modern movie anyways, I don't really mind that digital feel too much. But yeah, it depends on how it's executed. I do wonder why someone in Hollywood just, Hollywood hasn't just made a passion project with older cameras. I always like the color and feel of them. Maybe it's not practical enough to justify moving or even restoring them. It's expensive, I know, for, like, it's probably hard to work with, harder to work with and all that stuff too, right? But it's expensive. That's the main thing. Or I guess like a large a large part of it. Like my brother does uh photography and like video for weddings. Um and they have that as like something that they can do for you if you want that traditional feel, and people often do because it has like novelty, I guess, right? They want you to film on sell you something, whatever, you know, the rolls of film, and they have cameras that do that. um I remember my brother did something stupid. He came over to show me the camera and he's like, hey, look at this, and like whatever, right? And we were like goofing off and playing around with it, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna take a picture, right? He takes a picture and click, and the thing wasn't even like the front of the camera, the protector for the lens thing, he didn't even take it off. And we were just like, oh fuck, we already wasted a shot. First thing we do is waste the shot. But yeah, that's like another thing, right? You can't screw around. You have to know what you're doing. It's the intentionality, and I think that's a really vital part of the art form. So like you'd have to shoot all the footage, and you take the footage back to your workstation place, whatever, and you do your editing, your post-processing. And if you don't have footage for something that you wanted, then you have to just figure out some way around it. You have to work around it somehow because you don't have the footage for it. You can't go back out and shoot necessarily all the time. But yeah, I wanted to watch Lawrence of Arabia. I might watch it in voice chat, I guess. Whoever is present or available can jump in. And then I'll probably buy it and watch it with my brother, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it. I'll watch Ran as well at some point. It'll probably be around this time, so I'll have to like do it a day that I don't stream. There was a movie that I think Collie mentioned, and that she wanted to watch. Can't remember what it was. But I wanted to ask what it was about, but then I think maybe it was in Blues chat, probably. I don't really chat that much because topics move faster, so yeah, I wanted to ask what it was about or something. I never turned down a free movie. If I'd see you doing it and I'm available, I'd probably watch along. Yeah, I think it was Caught by the Tides. Caught by the Tides. Caught by the Tides. Oh shit, that cover looks sick. It's a Chinese movie, Chinese drama. Enjoy City Life together through singing and dance. Oh, is it a musical or? Uh, yeah, the cover looks sick. Oh wait, the it's a robot. Is that the partner? I need to watch this one. Hey Cherry, how you doing? Yeah, we were talking about movies and I'm trying to get warmed up to draw some characters. Remember her mentioning it and then writing down that I need to watch and other thing before getting distracted and making a Venn diagram of media and characters that I like and figuring out why I like them. That's funny. Getting colder outside and it didn't rain today, but expecting sun tomorrow. Weather. So I asked you how you're doing and you gave me a weather report. Are you not doing well? But yeah, it's getting colder here too. I mean, like, throughout the day, it's still positives. And I guess there's like snow on the ground. But it's not that cold yet. Doing alright? Yeah, alright. You think, okay. Sometimes weather can have an impact on a, yeah, true, that's true. At least the beginning portion of, or like the transition of seasons. And I think it's just to do with the sun, right? You get the blues, I guess, in autumn as like winter rolls in, and then in spring it's a little bit uplifting sometimes, maybe. Although it depends, because like rain can sometimes be a thing for spring. Yeah, that makes sense. Spring is depressing actually as well. Oh, this is the time you get sick. Oh yeah, allergies, right? Or maybe, I know like some people they have allergies to deal with, so that could affect them. Very bad allergy. Oh yeah, Moron, who are some of the characters on your list for your Venn diagram of characters you like? Or maybe why you like them? Maybe you learned something. What did you learn? So after all those artistic and incredible portraits, it all leads up to manga. I was doing comics before. I don't remember if you were there actually for that, but I was painting and stuff, kind of as a break or a runaway, I guess, from the manga project that I have on hiatus. So I'm returning. I'm returning to form, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully I'm getting back to that. Because I do have redesigns for all the characters. I just need to make a... well, I should say, like, I have redesigns in the sense that I got a bunch of references that are, like, the different pieces of the character. So, like, oh, this is something that they wear, a hat or something, and then that's their jacket, and that's their boots, and this is a picture of someone who looks like them or something, like. So I just need to put it all together for each character. That's where I'm at right now with the character redesigns, and I'm more motivated to do it. I've been like changing up some things in terms of like just life stuff, I guess. So, and it's been working, so that's good. The biggest thing I've changed is like I started journaling again too, which is just like, it's not, you know, the dear diary, blah 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 blah. It's for me, I just sort of write, you know, something that I've thought about throughout the day. Sometimes there's a lot of like pieces of information that you get exposed to because you're watching a lot of stuff, but your brain is just going to have that burden subconsciously, and you're gonna end up feeling like very disoriented if you keep that up for a while, which is happening to me. So I was reducing the amount of nonsense that I was watching, and also just journaling to I guess figure out thoughts so that it doesn't what's it called, become like a weight on your head, like when you're trying to figure out problems either consciously or subconsciously, because your brain kind of organizes. Sometimes you have a problem in your creative process, or your like whether it's your writing or your drawing, or just like in life, and your brain just kind of figures out the idea or the answer. You just wake up with the answer sometimes. I don't know if that's me alone, I doubt it, but it's felt for a while that that wasn't happening, and I thought it was because, you know, I wasn't journaling, I was over consuming media, and it turns out, yeah, that was the case. So $3 million hours of crafting games. Yeah, I beat the Atelier Riza 2 Atelier Ryza 2. I beat that a day or two ago. Basically crafted like OP gear and kind of accidentally beat the game. So with the third game, I've started on the hardest difficulty, and I had to bump it down because they don't let you have access to certain features. But I'm gonna continue to raise the difficulty to the highest because it just kind of is an easy game, especially if you are spending that much time crafting the gear to get like max stats or whatever. Off topic, are you a gamer? You play video games? Yeah, I guess I kind of answered that just now. How do you feel about Wizard of Oz fighting game? I have no idea what that is. Is that like a... Is that even a game that exists, or are you asking me because someone is working on that, or... Journaling has been something I've took in consideration. I've written a few things, but I haven't done it regularly. It helps with, well, for me, it helps with sleep a lot. Like, I just kind of do it towards, like, really when I'm in bed, I just kind of have my little bookie thing there, and like as I'm writing, I just kind of feels like rest comes over me. That's something that I never really have happen, so glad about that. Ever heard of Wizard of Oz? Yeah, I know the story. Yes, Wicked. Oh wait, it's the, I think that there's a movie that takes place in that universe called Wicked. If so, take that, but all characters are in a fighting game. Also, like the Lion and the Tin Man and all of them. It's kind of funny. I've thought of journaling, but with how I write and even talk, it's just rambling and current nonsense that would mean little to me the next day. That's fine. Like, mine is kind of like that too. Let me see if I can grab my thing here. I'm not gonna read it because it's kind of embarrassing, but like, this is kind of funny to look at. So this isn't me journaling. This is me just writing something for me to think about. I think this was done like a long time ago. And then this is me journaling. It's completely different. The size of the letters are much smaller, so I can write faster. But the yeah. Bro's leaking his deepest, darkest secrets with chat. Yeah, so the ASMR script is already done now. I'm reading part of here to see if I can read this on stream. Like, if it's not cringe. I mean, everything here is a kind of cringe. But yeah. Follow me or I keep spamming you. Oh great, now I have to go block that guy. So yeah, basically I can block through this thing and it just kind of blocks the person, I think. So they're still spamming me on Kick. They're not blocked on Kick, but I think I can just block them from appearing in the chat. That's an if that's a bot, that's kind of funny, because then it's just gonna do that forever, right? I need to rewrite it in Esperanto and Esperanto ASMR. You want? I don't ask around, I can gather them for you. I have to go and log in and all of that stuff. Actually, let me check here if I can just... I can give you a mod if you want to, but I don't want to like burden you. That's what I do to Moran and Kali. I like to burden people I know for a little while. How do I get into my profile? Kick? Can I just click here? That's an easy fix on you, even Shaft is falling behind. Alright, I'll give you a mod then. Where are you? If you go on Kick, I think I just have to click your username and I can mod you, right? Wait a minute. The Mexican, that's the guy who's been spamming me. The Mexican. So yeah, if you go on Kick, you can deport a Mexican. How's that for a deal? How do I even mod you? I don't even know. The interface on Kick is like a little bit different here. Deporting is crazy. Allow me to ice them. But on the journaling, it didn't seem too bad. It only really saw the first line about journaling being necessary to clear the mind. Oh shit, you actually read that. Okay, so if you read that, I might as well just read it. No, never mind. I'm kind of cringe. Yeah, screw that. Okay, I guess this is kind of something that I can read, I guess. But there's context to it that I'll say first. The context is that I watched a Sean Ryan podcast. He had some guy on who talked about like hypnosis and psychological exploits, and a lot of the stuff was making sense to me. So like, I ended up writing a bunch of stuff like that. And what that did was it just kind of gets it out of my mind and helps me understand whatever I was listening to a little bit more. Because it seems like even if you just have it on as background noise, your brain is kind of registering the information and it becomes something that it has to deal with, that it has to like process. Okay, there you are. Let me see how this works. Okay, so I can click on your profile. Okay, so it doesn't have like a thing here where I can mod you. If I go to channel, roles, chat moderator, search username to... Okay, so yeah, I can do that here. Paste. Up Fan Williams, add. Okay, yeah, I think that worked. I think I just added you as a mod. I'll just read it out on a collab one day. Oh, you just screenshotted it? Great. I need to reread Pray. Pray. Pray is a blues comic, right? Is she what's it called? Embarrassed of the old one? I don't remember if she said that, because that's good information for me if she's embarrassed or not. The Mexican has been successfully iced. I don't know. I think I read a single line from her and she said she removed her headphones. So clearly she's like, oh, this is perfect. This is excellent. Okay, so if you're down, let's dub the whole thing and make a video and then and then send it to her. Biggest fans, right? It's generally less than 30 words. Oh, yeah, well. 30 blows to the head, as far as an artist is concerned. But yeah, that's been helping me sleep, so whatever it's doing in my brain or for my brain, it's obviously helpful. Would recommend. You have other things you've written too? Yeah, but um this is like specifically for like life, I guess. But the other things that I was writing is basically just like uh lore for projects or yeah, basically just like lore for projects and stuff like that. Stories and scripts and whatever. It's actually good that you're writing in general. Felt like you were very opposed to before. Writing on stream, I can't even really think. I know that guy, what's his name? Lotus Die. I don't know if you've been to any stream of his, but he writes on stream and seems to not be hindered. But I don't think I can do that. Reading is probably the one that I'm having trouble doing, more so than writing. I believe he censors most of his stuff though. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, now that I think about it. The thing is, like, to still to do it, like to do it while you're on stream. I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't know if it's like a self-conscious thing, even if it's censored. I can't think. And um, I'll give an example. That's not the same thing, but I have some sort of inhibition. If you're trying to talk to me when I'm on the phone, I get extremely irritated and I can't converse with like anyone. It's like an overstimulation or something. I don't know what that is. But like the same kind of thing happens when I try to write and listen to music that has like lyrics. I can't do it. I can't like focus and do it. It's like one of those things where some people can't do math unless they write it down, I think. I think it's something like that. Hello, Husk, how you doing? Asking for some tips about it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would help me. I think I just like I my head locks up or something, I don't know. Sup, dude? Oh, I got lucky and I have Yudari's weapon as well now. So like I didn't build her optimized, I just kind of gave her stuff. And she seems to be working pretty good, so yeah, I don't know who's next on the banner, but I guess I'm accumulating wishes for whoever that is. Isn't it the horned girl? Remember that girl we saw on stream at the end of the story? I think she's the sword bearer, the one with the, I forgot what the sword is called. I think that's the same chick. She's like twin tails or something, brown hair. Damn, she is? Holy crap. I don't think I'll get her. I think I screwed up. Oh well. I'll get her if I'm really lucky or something. Like if she runs. Wait, who else is coming on the banner then? Because I was thinking like if she runs for the second portion, the second half, then I'll probably be able to get her. Forwarded, yes, some. Oh, let me check. I can probably check in here. Open Discord on my browser. Okay, there we go. What? There's 2 new characters? Or is this the same girl? This is the same girl, never mind. She has a transform state, I guess? Wait, yeah, okay. Damn. Well, let's see how the gacha gods treat me on this. But you could say for the guy voiced by the guy who does English, Vegeta and Piccolo. I don't play in English though. I think Husk said he voiced All Might as well, the English one at least. I guess it depends too on what dub. I mean, there's certain dubs that like for Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z that are different than other dubs. Like English, there was multiple English dubs. People speculate that the little bunny might be free, maybe an A rank. That'd be nice. That's a cute character, so I'd be happy about that. Oh yeah, okay, so he's the same guy, yeah. Let me check, shout out to Christopher Sabat, yeah. Well, let me check who his JP voice is. What's the character's name? Let me check. ZZZ, Big Robot Man. Yeah, let's see. No, not Billy the Kid. Not Seed. That's not a big robot man. The pictures of him are popping up, but it's not giving me his name. He plays All Might. Giant kitty robot. What? Okay, I'm not having any luck here. Oh, Banyu. Okay, Banyu. Thank you. Let me Google. Banyu JP voice. Sho Hayami. He shares the voice with Aizen, which means he automatically wins. So we got Aizen. Who else did this guy voice? Who's that? He's the author of Bleach. Sosuke Aizen. Yeah, other than that, he doesn't really have any, like, anyone I recognize here. Unless it's not showing me, like, the best ones. Oh, wait, Nicholas and Trigon? Okay. I don't really watch Fairy Tail, so I don't know who that is. Enrico Maxwell and Helsing. I don't remember who Enrico Maxwell is. Oh, wait, it's some weirdo. Okay, yeah, I don't know who that is. Zarbon in the Dragon Ball franchise. Okay. Zhao Animations. Visit site. Let me see. Didn't watch a lot of Bleach, probably a few of them dropped. Yeah, it was kind of... A lot of the shonen anime were kind of not really treated as well as they could have been. I heard that it did a little better in the Thousand Year War, Thousand Blood Arc. I don't know, I can't remember what it's called, but yeah. I do like it just because I like the guy's art style, and there's aspects of it that I like a lot, but also like I don't know. It felt kind of cheap at points because Ichigo would keep getting like powers. Like for example, in the beginning he gets his Shinigami powers, and then he gets it back after um as he was bored from Rukia at first, but he had his own. And then turns out that he has hollow powers as well, and then after that there was like a Fullbringer arc, and apparently he has Fullbringer powers as well. And then like towards the end, did he have Quincy powers too? I can't even remember it really, but it felt like it was going in that direction. There were some videos that kind of tried to explain things, but like I'm just like I don't really care. But yeah, Bleach had like the hottest girls in anime. Like by ratio, I think it has the hottest girl, the highest ratio of hot girls in an anime. How long did it take you to get Octo Woman, then her weapon? It took me, I think I had 40 and 40 left before pity on each of the two banners. And I think I put 30 in each to get her and then the weapon. I think the rates for it go up as you get closer to yeah, to pity. So in total for her and her weapon, probably like at least 60. Probably 70, let's just say. Which isn't bad now that I think about it, but I'm literally like always playing with like right on the edge. I have like no wishes. Stocked up, no wishes, stocked up. It's like that, but when it's like close to the top, I'd rather keep more pulls by doing solo near the end. Got no pulls left. I think I have 8. So yeah, pretty much. Like I think I'll have a 10 pull Actually, I have a lot of the event left to do, so maybe I'll have potentially 20 pulls by the time the next update is up. Might be able to win early and pray. Yeah, maybe. I feel like ZZZ isn't as appealing to me anymore. That's fair. I mainly play it because the girls are hot, so my reason for playing it is pretty shallow, but... And the combat, I like the combat. Might be the characters, but setting, I think they've lost the whole point. I think they did talk about that too, in like some development thing, because apparently they didn't like totally expect it to be as successful as it was. And didn't what's it called? Flesh out the story past a certain point. So they have some, like the last few updates, they've kind of been like floating around, I guess. I feel like the last few updates could have been done in one update, all the information. So I don't know if they're gonna get back to telling the story, or maybe this is just the way it is. Because in Genshin it was kind of like this too. It was a drip feed that just makes you disinterested because they're just taking too long to get to the point, or get to a point, like in like the main story. Like of course the character stories they're nice, but yeah, I don't know. That'd have been nice, but really all of chapter 2 just is nowhere near chapter 1. Yeah. Genshin be crying, honestly. Players be having enough of it, yeah. Yeah. So like from what I'm seeing, games like Nikkei, like I know people typically think of it as a Gunner game, which it kind of, I guess so, but it's not just a Gunner game. Apparently the story is it's popping up enough that I get lore videos recommended to me about it on YouTube. I just couldn't play it because it's not my style of gameplay. Like I like the jiggle, but I need to be able to like have a little bit more in the gameplay than just point and shoot. If they had their gameplay style like Snowbreak, that would be really good to me. Snowbreak is like a third-person shooter, and it's basically the same kind of idea where it's like it's essentially like Goonslop as far as like the characters and stuff is concerned, but My man needs very little. I played Snowbake for a bit. Yeah, so that kind of gameplay. If Nikkei had that kind of gameplay, I would like it a bit more. Or I would prefer that kind of gameplay, I should say. Dropped it just quickly, nothing too interesting, just kill enemies in it. Yeah, pretty much. I don't remember if it had anything, like a little bit in the beginning. It had some interesting stuff in the story, but then, yeah, I couldn't continue because I have to pick a game. I have to pick one game to play. Surprised you can follow more than one gacha game at a time. Oh, well, I guess I just answered that. I can't. I had to pick one, so I picked the one that has the most fun gameplay. And it's like very quality of life. Yeah, Husk has 5 gotchas, I see. I don't know how you do that, bro. I think the most I ever had was maybe 3, and it was very brief. Yeah. It was probably like a month or 2 that I had 3 going. When you get to a certain point, grinding feels like old news because they die so quickly for farming mats. I know Miami kind of feels less less tempt to even bother fighting. By the way, do you have campaign battles set to like the more challenging mode or not? Yeah, I put everything on challenging mode personally. It's not hard enough. They need to make it a lot harder than it is. Like, part of it not being hard enough is actually what's maybe affecting my enjoyment of the story, because when the story gets to a point in it where it's like, oh, this is so urgent, this is so, like, ominous, and you just wipe them in like you wipe them easy because your characters are overpowered, I guess. Or just because you're actually good at the game, because the current story, they kind of give you the characters kind of set up at a certain level with certain equipment and stuff, but you can get slapped around quite a bit without it mattering, so like but about the farming, I use Shifu instead of Miyabi. In some of them, Miyabi is faster, but Shifu is a lot easier for most of them, because her like her hold for her basic attack sucks all of the enemies in and just like grinds them up. And while that's happening, you can pop in a character or two to like stagger if you want. So if you pop in Juju and the construction girl, the red hair construction girl, you stagger and then you pop Shifu back in and it just nukes everyone. And if they're in range, they get caught by the okay, so what you do if you want them to get in range is you attack and then you hold X down and then she will do her some special move that draws all the enemies in. It has a larger range to pull enemies in. Then you do the basic attack hold. And while the basic attack hold is doing its thing, then you pop in your stunners. No, not Rina. Wait, is it Rina? No, I don't think it's Rina. Her name starts with K. She's a construction CEO girl. She's the most powerful stunner. Yeah, Koleda. Who are you drawing? I have no idea. I'm having trouble talking and drawing right now. I'm supposed to be drawing my characters, but yeah. Okay, no more distractions from me, so I know it's fine. I'm just kind of tired anyway, so it's not like I would be able to do a lot of work even if it was all quiet. I would probably just kind of start to fall asleep. If it wasn't for chatting, so like it's actually better to have chatting. Guys, remind me of like Demon Slayer, demons. Really? I remember when I was like younger, my mom used to like not like the characters I draw. She used to think that they were like all demonic and stuff. Do they not? To me, they look pretty, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Parents tend to think about your survival in the long run. That could be it. I know if I brought a goth girl home, they would probably institutionalize me. Bruh. Yeah, I think before you came in, Husk, we were talking about movies. Do you have any movies that you're like interested in watching or planning to watch? Nope. Not a movie guy, I guess. Maybe younger was like 13-ish movies, but been more glued to computer than watching them. 13-ish. Do you have any movies that you liked then from the movies that you watched in the past? Or? Last movie I went to the cinema. I think the last movie I went to the cinema was Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts movie. What the heck? Thunderbolts movie. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a Marvel movie. Okay, yeah. Not fond of the, not fond of those. Wasn't into it too much either. Story wise, was like old scars of each character. See, this is why you're not into movies. You watched you've been watching trash. Not fond of Marvel movies. We're going to be in a bit of a pickle then, though. I like pickles. I'll shut now. Not exactly like Marvel Art. The game is the game that was fine. Marvel Rivals, right? That's what you're talking about. Isn't it only good because like Chinese made it? Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals. Who? Who made? NetEase. What is okay? Developed by NetEase. Who is NetEase? These games have been purely for the Chinese. Oh, I think they're Chinese then, right? Because like, what I'm getting here is that they make a lot of Chinese games. Operates the Chinese version of Blizzard. Oh, so okay. Chinese developer that published. I'm reading the Wikipedia now. Okay. Well, they're Chinese. I'll just leave it at that. China sort of solved on the game 2. They bought out a game that was doing really. Oh crap! It censored you. Let me see what you said. Fuck man, why is it always doing this? Kick. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know where that's coming from now. Don't want to hear myself. Okay, muted that. Okay, so they bought a game that was doing really shit. After China bought it originally from Japan, the folks they got on treat. What game? What game did they do? Thanks for the stream. Good night. All right, have a good one, Kali. Have a good rest. But yeah, no plays it. I couldn't even get it due to the country block type. Oh. Do you know what name it is though, or? Can't recall. I just know it won't show up even in my Steam. Alright, I see. Yeah. Try to get by other means from Google search leads to no ends. I don't know why, you just reminded me of something, but I remember I was trying to check if like or not remember to check. I was thinking at some point when I was playing Genshin if there would ever be like a private server for that kind of game, but it's not an MMO technically, so I don't think there ever would be. Like back in the day when I was playing Maple Story, the grind was so bad and they had like such... This is Nexon Games from Korea. The grind was so bad to like level up your characters after a certain point that it basically made it so that you had to buy items to up your EXP gain and whatever else, right? You could basically never reach endgame content as a free-to-play. And what people started doing was they used to make private servers, but it would always lag a couple versions behind, like versions of the game. And I used to play on those instead, because it's like, oh, if you want to play on a private server that has EXP gains multiplied by this, money multiplied by that, they would advertise it for you to download based on like whatever multipliers were in the server. And they could do things like, besides altering variables, they could make like certain things easier to access and just quality of life features in general. They could put those in because there was something in the game where you would have to take a flying airship from one part of the game's map in the world to another part of the game's map, and it was like another world, like continents, right? And it would take you like 30 minutes to get from one continent to the other continent. Like they would just have you in a ship room where you and other characters or other players were just like chilling there on the ship for like 30 minutes. And they would have a timer. Sometimes the ship would get attacked by like a bunch of creatures that you could fight off if you managed to do that. You could also hide inside of the ship. There was no consequence if you didn't really win. But if you made it to the continent, you could buy scrolls that allowed you to teleport. You would have to make sure that you're always stocked up on those, unless you wanted to wait that time again. Or you could just pay something like a convenient instrument that allow you to just teleport everywhere all the time at your like leisure. Engine's got the teapot function, but not particularly useful, just bits of farming and bits of primos. Yeah, I think for the farming thing, I just basically... I made it as efficient as possible, but it was like actually ugly. I didn't really invest much time in there. What's the manga gonna be about? It was the same one that I was working on. I don't know if you were there. My Minecraft Worlds. I don't know if you're a new bro or what. Because like someone else was a Hollow Knight fan as well, so I don't know if you're that guy. But the manga was basically a horror manga, and it's a experimental project. That doesn't really say much about what it's about, but I'm trying to think. Essentially about a bunch of friends going into the woods for like a camping trip, vacation kind of thing, and something is gonna start making that fun trip not very fun. Yeah, basically. That's how I can say it, I guess. Didn't really care much either, but about looks, as long as it gave me the strats I needed. Yeah. Look forward to reading it. Well, I look forward to making any progress at all in making it. Yeah. I've been trying to drag you into another game with little luck. No, not doing it. Can only do one. I don't even have the capabilities to play it, because then I would have to do it on my iPad, and my iPad already has like a bunch of drawing apps and stuff on it. I was supposed to use it for drawing and stuff. I don't really do much on it, but that's pretty much what it's there for. Yeah, you should ask Moron instead. You should show him the what's it called? Brake mechanics? Was that what you showed me? The braking mechanics? Nope, never heard of it. Has like darkest dungeon type stress, anime characters of course. Story, I didn't pay attention to. The typical farming combat is roguelike. Hot dudes. Hot dudes. I don't think it did, at least like from what I saw, but depends. Depends. In any of these type of games, I think that's a minority, right? There's like, I mean, maybe Genshin is the one that had a lot more. Star Rail had a lot more male characters. I mean, Zena says Ben, so that's already a big plus. And he's like worth, he counts for like three dudes. Lighter is sick. I like Lighter. I didn't get him because I think there's someone else on banner that I had to prioritize. But who else do we have? We have the elf dude, the ice elf dude, the new dude. I can't remember his name. I don't really care for him, but so I'll just keep it at 2 that I can think of. Is that all? It's only those 2 dudes. Let me see. I feel like I'm missing people. ZZ male characters. Oh, the bow character. I don't really care for him either. Lycan, okay, Lycan's cool. Billy the Kid is sick. I like Billy the Kid a lot. I hope he has an S rank form, because the way Lighter talks about Billy the Kid is it sounds like he has like a past, a little bit of a dark past perhaps, I don't know. You and a chatter praying for his S rank form. Yeah. It makes sense too if they want to like do it either way, right? They could do one where he gets upgrades since he's a robot, or they can do one where he, you know, his former self. I don't know if he was formerly a person or if he was always a robot. I don't know. Anton, Ben, Lighter, Hugo, Furry, Billy, the Robo Lion, another furry, a bow guy, but he should be in the girl pile. Really true. He's mentally ill. Put him in the girl pile. Ooh, yeah, I think that's all, at least for now. Because like the Robo Lion is like to come. There's like another male character with black hair. Do you know who I'm talking about, Husk? Was he in the I don't know if he's ever gonna be playable or if he's like an antagonist or something, but there's that guy. He looks cool. He looks like I don't know, like a type of character that you'd see in Wukong or something. The who? The dude with the black hair. Or is he just the alternate form of the ZZZ black hair mystery guy character? Let me see if... No, it's not. Yeah, I think I'm just being too vague that it can't really help me here. The first thing I get is, where are playable dark-skinned beauties? It's always cringe. Where... Can't find it now. Okay, that's not gonna help me. I was gonna go to the Zenless Zero wiki, but I don't think that's gonna really... Okay, Yi... Oh, yeah, there's this dude too. Joyous. He was in the original like trailer for the Void Hunters. There's Arsh. I assume he's male because he looks male, except he doesn't have a head. There's a lot of different characters here. Okay, I don't think I can find what I'm looking for, so... Oh well. Hello Makio, how you doing? Do you have a slice of how little that narrows it down? Yeah, I guess I'm not really helpful there. Are there any other aspects? When did they appear? I saw pictures of them in my Hoyo app, and people were like simping, so I thought they were like featured somewhere, but I didn't really look to like see who they might be or whatever. It looks like they were wielding a sword, so I don't know if that was like a previous cursed sword user or something. You're good? That's good, that's good. Did you saw a little vid I sent you? Yeah, I saw it. The yeah. She looks fun. She's like the size of her weapon. Sword wielding black hair guy. Obviously Minato then. No. It was someone who looked like the guy who I guess like betrayed Yishuan Temple. Shiwan or whatever. It looked kind of like him. There's not just that guy, but as an anime, it could be that too, because the sword changes your hair color and stuff, right? So it might be. I have a bestie with benefits. Oh my god. You mean senior guy we meet at the summit? I don't know. The music? The music is from Nikkei. Music from Nikkei is really, really good. A lot of gachas actually have really good music. It just seems to be the case. I give my bestie with benefits kisses every night, but through your phone? No? Oh wait, you're talking about your dog. Oh, you're talking about it some former Oscar. Eh? Oh wait, the yeah, wait, give me a character you think I'd like. Anime characters, of course. The story didn't pay attention to typical farming. Wait, what are we talking about? I don't know. It's oh, I think it's I'm an hour behind you, but yeah, have a good one. Right now the banner is a woman with a katana, Yuki. Oh, that's the Chaos Zero. But do you think I'd like her? I don't know your taste, man. A big boob? Big ass? No, I got booba. I know Ray would love him. Well, you're making it sound like I'm a boob man. I'm an ass man. Get it straight. But I do appreciate. Elegance of an underboot. Is that supposed to be a line on this a quotable line on this channel now? Yeah, that's what I like about Zenless characters. They're well well developed in either direction, so. Well, for the most part. You were watching my stream and talking about the woman earlier from the image. From the story about the under booba window. Yeah, the elegance of it. The elegance of it. It was elegant because it was like smaller, on the smaller side. I just had like the finger twitch just now to start drawing what I meant, but that's probably not a good idea. I like women that looks like dudes. The androgyny appeal. I'd imagine you'd I'd imagine you looking at Sweetie at the little restaurant place. Even she got that. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know it's never gonna happen, but if she becomes playable, I'm pulling. Where else are you streaming this? I'm streaming on Twitch, Twitter, which is gonna end in like. Twitter is probably not gonna have me streaming on it for like this month, I think, because I tried the premium thing just to see if it was gonna work for something, but it's absolutely useless. Yeah, Twitter ends in the end of November. I canceled it already because they don't help when you ask them to help for shadow banning and stuff like that. Same name? Yeah, same name everywhere. Oh yeah, and on Kick as well. Have you been here? I feel like I recognize your profile picture, but if you haven't been here, welcome. It looks like you draw, so you can like let me know if you do and I can follow you, because I like to follow pretty much. Well, I can just check your channel. Don't even need to ask you. I can just do it. Oh wait, never mind, you don't. Yeah, it doesn't look like you post anything. We talked before? Oh, okay. Yeah, I did kind of feel like I seen you before. Nothing is uploaded. Oh. In the future, do you plan on maybe uploading? I don't know if you do or don't. Like art stuff. Yes, I have my anime in the works, just trying to nail my drawings. I see. So have you been like or do you plan on like hand drawing the animation? Which doesn't need to be super like drawn in every frame. You could also do animatics. Honestly, doubt she looks similar to Lucy if Lucy got from the Kaladin to work. That yeah, true. Yeah. Figured you saved the efforts and must personally shadow ban you. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, me and Des were talking about it, how that profile probably has no hope at all. Although I've tried other profiles to see like how the algorithm works and all that kind of stuff, and it really doesn't, like, it doesn't seem like if you start a profile, you're going to go anywhere. The most viable course of action to like move your accounts on X right now is if you pay someone who has a bigger following, and like it's obviously have to be relevant to what you're doing, because it doesn't make sense for them to promote you otherwise. To typically what happens to Japanese or Chinese or other Asian artists when they make an account is they will ask other artists, perhaps even pay them, to retweet their stuff. And that's how they kind of pop off. Like you'll see a profile that pretty much just started in like a couple weeks go from 0 to like a couple thousand to tens of thousands of followers. And that's the power of networking. And like actually being good, right? Because if the work isn't good, they're not really gonna pop off anyways. But the thing is that like even if your work is good and you don't have the networking or the marketing and whatever, doesn't matter how good you are, no one's gonna see it. That's the current state of not just Twitter, I guess, but a lot of online. My profile is particularly screwed though, because apparently there's something in the algorithm that calculates your follow to following ratio. And if you have like very few people following you, but a lot of people that you follow, your account gets scored very low. Like depending on how severe that ratio is. So the ratio for me is like, I don't know, 250 following me, and then I'm following like 6,000 to 7,000 people or accounts. Some of those accounts are probably dead, honestly, because this was my follow profile. My actual account that I was posting on got banned in 2016. You can imagine why, but yeah. Hey Ray, question. Go ahead. What do you want? No, I need to build traditional, then switch to digital. Okay, alright. See? I see. Gucci or Louis Vuitton? Neither. Plastic bag. Wait, are those bags or are they like other things too? What is... I just know that it's like an expensive thing. Yeah, Gucci bag. Well, they have a bunch of other things too. Variety fashion? I'm not really a fashion person. I'm more like a wear functional clothing, utility type of person. So like cargo pants with a lot of pockets, heavy duty boots, stuff like that. The most fashionable thing I probably have is like, I don't know, Converse shoes or something. Heads are particularly hard for me. Any tips? Trying to get away from Loomis. I have Loomis's books. I didn't really like study through them though. Tips? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna draw it from scratch and try to talk through what I do. I don't really know if it's gonna be helpful, but that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so circle. Line in the middle of circle. This is probably gonna be like a 3/4. I don't even know why I put the line there, honestly, but since it's 3/4, it's like I'm just gonna use this here. I'll make a line like this, and then watch this come out horrendously. That's gonna be funny. But yeah. This is why I don't have tutorials up, by the way, because I have no idea how to teach. Do like this, figure it out, draw. All right, so when you have those pieces down, some things that I think about is like, you know, make sure that the eye corner is aligned with the corner of the mouth. That usually helps with the proportion. So let's make a mark here. Um, so the mouth and the edge of the part of the jaw that kind of like curves is like aligned. So you can use that to make the jawline. And then you just, if it's female or it's male, it might be lower or higher. Need to take a physical class for future semester. Am I doing weights, swimming, or should I learn dance for y'all? Weights, bro. Swimming, yeah, it's good to know. I don't know if do you know swimming, or I don't really know how to swim. I like used to be able to, so I assume that I'll be okay. Except if it's like, you know, getting dropped into the ocean water, I'll probably die. Never mind. I'm. Wait, let me see what it. Never mind, I'm pissed. Why would that be censored? Anyways, and I have to restructure, preventing me to have a class without rabies vaccine, so I'd have to fork over $1,000 for those before I can even pay for that down. Oh, you can swim? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I can swim. Like I used to be able to, but I don't know if I can still swim. Haven't took a swim in ages. Your call, Ray. Okay, now actual question, is it neglectful of me to leave early to sleep because I can stay awake? Well, if you need to rest, yeah, you should go to sleep. Not neglectful. You have to prioritize yourself in pretty much all things. Thanks for the visual. Can you do a straight on perspective? I know art taboo, but that's the one I struggle with the most. Oh, straight on? Straight on, it basically uses the same rules, except of course the struggle is to keep the symmetry, right? And what I do to keep symmetry, besides like having the lines here for reference, is like if I'm drawing one side, I will draw the other side immediately after, just to like help me. If I do it, if I do the whole this side first and then try to draw the other side to be the same, you know, it's obviously going to be screwed up in that case. So that's probably the biggest tip for keeping the face symmetrical if you're drawing it straight on. But like other than that, you're still going to have the mouth align with the jaw. The nose is going to be like, you know, just a little bit over top that. The bridge, you can have it, you know, be here. The corner of the mouth is going to align with the eye. It also depends on how you personally want to draw your faces, but these are like general rules that are usually helpful. Let's see. Here you can kind of see a bit of a screw up, but it could be salvageable. Usually the center here is an eye's space. So what I can do is just like make the eyes longer at the ends here, and that might balance it out. If it's like too small or too wide, your character is gonna look goofy. Yeah, that's all I can really think of for tips. You're gonna look like you have an extra chromie if you screw this up, so yeah. Thanks for the tips. How do you place the hairline? Oh, I'm gonna show you that too. Kind of forgot that. Alright, so for the hairline, I basically measure and just like indicate here that the hairline is gonna be there. It could be higher or lower depending on the character. Let me just get the eyebrows in. Oh yeah, I'll do the ears too. So the ears usually measure like this. The top of the ear, the tip of the ear is aligned with the eyebrow, and the bottom of the ear is aligned with the bottom of the nose. That's what you usually have. Could be different, you know, if you draw an elf character, the ear is going to be kind of, you know, going wherever it needs to go, depending on how big the ears are. But this is just a general thing. Hairline, what I do is I usually just follow the contour of the face and then just kind of bring it in like that. If you have like a Vegeta hairline, it's gonna be different because, like, you know, you have to go like way up here and make the V and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of, I rough it out really, because when I have characters, I usually just indicate that the hairline is there, and I'll just draw the hair like that, like where the hairline is. So I don't draw like a line necessarily to indicate that the hairline is here. I just kind of indicate it with like hair texture that it's like around there. That's what I do. I don't know if that's gonna be what you do. Like if your character is like has a really solid lineup, then you probably want to draw it like it's actually a solid hairline. Vegeta hairline. Yeah, just call it Windows peak. You got it. Thanks for alright. No problem. Windows peak. I keep talking about the booba window. Yeah. I don't know why. I guess it was because I brought up Vegeta that I wanted to suddenly draw spiky hair. I push you to upload tutorials, of course, if you want, but definitely go for it. I'll try it. It's not gonna really have much personality because that all goes out the window. Like when I push record and I do the script or whatever, so it'll probably be really short and to the point if I ever do tutorials. But yeah, I do have something working. Like I was doing one for inking. Um, how to do inking trees like this was one of the tutorials that I was preparing, but I'm like behind on that Garu from One Punch Man. I've been seeing One Punch Man like get like so much hate recently. I didn't watch anything past the first season that was like animated because I heard that someone else was doing it, so I didn't really care to watch it. But apparently, it's doing like a pretty bad job. Because I saw like a gif of like Garu sliding down, and then it's like a very low effort. Well, people were saying the third one is doing so bad. Oh, that sucks. It's just weird to me that you would treat a property like One Punch Man like that. Like it deserves a high investment, I think. Or is the manga like, is the manga falling off? Is that why? Like, is it going somewhere that doesn't really seem interesting anymore? It's not the manga, it's just the anime? Oh. So the manga is fine. I'm just trying to find reasons why they would treat it like that. Doesn't make sense. It deserves like cause that artist is like well known to be like very good at their craft, so just that alone should make them want to animate it really well. But I don't know if it's like, if something's happening in the industry or something is happening with the property. Do you have anything out right now in terms of like a comic? I do, but it's kind of bad. I mean, it's like pretty bad actually. The drawing itself aren't like horrible, but like the I kind of started in the wrong place for the story, and I decided that I'm gonna just stop and move from digital to traditional. And when I decided to do that, it's been on hiatus for like several months at this point. So yeah. Oh, 2 hour marks passed. Oh, sorry, I was blowing 370 on classes. Damn. Uh, I'm not gonna restart it necessarily, but I'm going to, like, I kind of failed for this stream. It's just been a streak of failure and failure, but I was supposed to redesign the characters. I have like the references for what they're wearing, what they're like, what they kind of look like and stuff. So I have to redesign the characters. I have to pick a better part of the story to start, which I'm kind of like rewriting, because what happened was the story that I originally wrote, turns out that someone else wrote a story that's very similar. It's a creepypasta called Fleshgate, and it's essentially the same thing. So I have to kind of go in a different direction. So I don't know if it's so much of a restart, because I'm gonna try to carry on from the point that I left off, which you can actually see if you want to. It's I think it's still uploaded. I didn't remove it. I'm probably not gonna remove it from my webtoons or my tapas. I'm probably just gonna leave it up there and put like a disclaimer that, oh, you know, forget about everything that has happened. We're restarting from this point. I guess I'll use the word restart in that case. It does kind of suck, but at the same time, I'm more happy about what I've been working on than I was initially, so there's a silver lining there. You have been growing that counter though, bro. You've almost caught up to me. What are you talking about? Are you talking about streaming time? Have you been streaming the whole time? Husk? I don't know. No, about following? Oh, I didn't check that in a while. I don't know. Like 90% of the followers don't watch anyway, so so it doesn't really matter that much. I feel that so much. But yeah, I hit the 2 hour mark, so I should probably end. I'll probably like not stream tomorrow. I can try to do the characters and maybe have them prepared to ink on stream. That way I at least have the characters designed for like a stream. And yeah, I'll see if I'll watch a movie in the Discord tomorrow or not. I can watch a movie not while I'm drawing. Like I want to actually focus and watch the movie. Focus in the sense of like just paying attention to the movie. I'll probably figure out if we're chatting on voice or not. Probably not on voice. We'll probably just have the thing playing with the audio, and then we can just chat in the text part of the Discord. Probably the best idea, actually. Meta narrative in which the characters turn off a TV, which is the original version, comment on it, and the new version continues. Yeah, that's a funny way to do it. If it was a story that you could work that play into it, like that would be interesting to do that once or twice even. But yeah, see you guys. I'll see you guys, I don't know, in a couple days probably.